Hi everybody, how are you all doing today? Welcome, welcome. Guys, I am feeling so much better today. Not 100% at all, but I am feeling so much better. So I want to thank all of you for all of your comments yesterday, all your advice, all your opinions, whether I agreed with them or not, doesn't matter. I appreciate all of your comments. I really do. Showing how you care, telling me what I should do, what have you. I appreciate it all very, very much. But the bottom line is it's not any health issue. Some people will, or it could be your thyroid, or it could be this, or it could be that. No, it was strictly heat. I've had my blood work done. It's been about a year now, and everything has been normal all along. It's been normal. And like I said in my comments and my replies, I was perfectly fine till that heat moment. So, yeah. And I know that there can be some serious consequences, but you can tell. You can tell in your own body, at least I can, and I pay attention. If I'd have felt there was something really, really serious, like somebody mentioned I could have renal failure, I could have an embolism, or they were saying all these things. You can just feel when something's really wrong. At least I can. I can tell the difference between something's really wrong, got to be seen right now, and this is just bad, but I'll get through it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I'm feeling much better today. My energy level is much better. I've been drinking the fluids, drinking the Gatorade. The Gatorade has been the one that has really helped me an awful lot. And also the remedies that my homeopathic doctor put me on, I have noticed each time I take them, within about half an hour, I just feel a little bit better. This woman has been with me as my doctor since 1994, I believe it was. And she is amazing. She actually saved my life when the doctors from the I was hospitalized for rheumatic fever, and they couldn't do anything for me, and they actually sent me home with my husband with morphine to keep me comfortable until I was gone. Yeah. Well, my daughter knew her daughter. We lived next door. We lived a couple houses from each other. She's a homeopathic doctor. Her husband was an attorney. And my daughter told us about her, and my then husband went and got her. She came and looked at me and she said, "I'll take care of you, don't worry. Let's get you off that morphine and get you well." Well, here I am. And that was back in 94, I believe it was. So, yeah, she's an amazing doctor. Some things don't always work, just like regular medicine. You can go to a regular doctor and a medicine won't work, and you got to try something else. Well, it's the same with her. But in this case, I don't mind trying other things because they're natural things, not a bunch of nasty drugs that leave you with 10,000 side effects. So, yeah, after I take her stuff, I have felt better within about half an hour. So I'm slowly coming out of it, guys, and I want to thank you so, so much for all your support. I still have to take it easy. I've got to force myself. Come on. Here's the star of every video. She has to be a part of it. Oh, I still have to, slow it down. I've got a ways to recover still. I don't have my energy back all the way. But today I just feel good. I just showered. And oddly enough, and I'm taking a very lukewarm shower, barely warm, and oddly enough, right after I shower, I just feel better, which is, well, how can I explain it? You always feel good after you take a shower or a bath, right? You just feel good. This is different. It's almost like my body absorbs some of that water and helps with the hydration or something. I don't know. But it has made me feel better. So I am so grateful. I didn't have the best night of sleep because my little dog Pixie, the one with the splint on her leg, bless her heart, she woke me up about 2:30 trying to get comfortable, and then she let out a wince, like a, and I knew she had moved the leg wrong, so I had to help her get her leg untangled. So I'm going to have to really put her back in her little cage at night. I have it right next to my bed so she doesn't feel alone. But she's safer in there because on the bed, I have a nice thick blanket for them to lay on. On the bed, her little leg with the splint gets caught in the blanket and then she can't move it, and then when she tries to yank it, she hurts herself. So she doesn't do that in the cage. So I'm going to have to let go of my selfish need to have her on the bed next to me and put her in the cage. She's only got to have that thing on 2 more weeks. So I'll keep her in her cage at night just so she doesn't get tangled up and hurt herself. But yeah, guys, I can't thank you enough. This was really a trauma. It really was. But it really has opened my eyes to what we need to be careful about. And I've had some of your comments which have said the same thing, that, wow, Lori, you made me aware of what I need to be aware of, that type of thing. Because you just don't, it depends on the kind of person you are. In my head, I'm still 25. I still feel like this young person, but the body is saying, nah, you can't quite treat me the way you used to, which is understandable. But so I'm going to have to force myself to keep it low key, and not push myself to do things. I mean, I'm going to move around because I don't want to just keep laying, because then you start feeling bad from just laying down all day. So I'm going to just do a little movement, like, I don't know, throw some towels in the washer, do the few dishes. I've got about 4 dishes to wash. Just movement, but not pushing myself to do anything strenuous, because I definitely am not back to normal. But I'm feeling so much better, and that in itself is a big plus. No barking. That's just a doggy across the street. No barking. You guys be careful out there with everything. I was just talking to my friend Sue this morning on the phone, and she was telling me about how at one point she had gotten up on a ladder and fell off of it, and there was no one around to help her. Yeah, there's so many things that we need to be careful of as we get older. Like even me in the shower, I have a rubber mat, which reminds me, I'm going to get on Amazon. I have to order another one. That one's starting to fall apart. I have a rubber bath mat because I did slip one time when I had the shower going, and I went to step in and my foot slid, and I ended up crashing down on this shin, and I ended up with an egg-sized lump on my shin. It was painful. So now I do not step in the shower until that bath mat is down. But there are so many things we really need to be careful of. And heat and cold. When I used to watch the news, because I don't watch news on TV anymore, and I just occasionally check things online. They're too depressing. But I remember when I would watch the news and the bad weather would happen, and you'd hear about people freezing to death in the winter, freezing to death. And I used to think, God, don't they keep themselves warm? Don't they have blankets? Don't they? And the same within the heat. You hear about somebody just dying in the heat, and especially the one that would really kill my heart is when I'd hear about some idiot who left their child or a baby in the car seat, and the baby dies. Man, can I see how easily that happens now. So yeah, as we get older, you need to start being really careful with a lot of things that we just took for granted. Even when I was a caregiver, I was trained on what to do to keep it safer for the people around the house. I was a caregiver for the elderly for many years, and one of the first things that I had to do was remove throw rugs because I would see them trip on them. And I was like, nope, that throw rug's got to go. Nope, this has got to go. Nope, you can't have that. Nope, nope, nope. There were so many things that I had to change in order for them to be safe around their house. I don't have that problem with throw rugs yet. However, my daughter does. Because I have throw rugs in my kitchen. And I don't know why, but every time she comes over, she's 42, every time she comes over, she ends up tripping on the rugs. And she's always like, well, I'm just not used to rugs in the kitchen, you know. But I have them because that floor is so dangerous. It's their tile, real, you know, the big square tiles. And man, one drop of water and you'll go sliding and break your body. So, and that happened to me. I did slip on a little bit of water, ended up flat down. Luckily didn't break any bones or anything, and that's when I knew I gotta have rugs in that kitchen. That's too dangerous. And those tiles are throughout the whole house, so I have rugs all over. My living room rug, bedroom rugs, hallway rug, bathroom rugs. Yeah, it's a dangerous floor. But it just goes to show you there's so much we need to be careful of. And not even just older. I mean, you can be 25 and crawl up a ladder and fall down. It's just that when you're older, maybe your reflexes aren't as good, maybe your vision isn't as good, maybe your mobility just isn't as good. You know, we just have to be more careful. And when it comes to heat and cold, that is really, I'm really, now I see how extremely important it is to really be careful with our body temperature. I'm just amazed at what this did to me. 20 minutes of being in 94-degree heat and I was down. Thankfully, it did not turn into anything more. I immediately started the fluids, the Gatorade, you know, my homeopath's remedies, and so I'm coming out of it because she has literally been like a miracle worker, and many times in my life she cured my son's asthma when he was young, and all they wanted to do was put him on the inhaler and get him hooked on that. She said, nope, get him off of that now, I'll take care of it, and she did. And my other son got bitten by a brown recluse, which is extremely dangerous. She took care of that. He was already getting, the tissue around the bite was already turning purple and blue and deteriorating. And she said, nope, I'll take care of that. She did, with her remedies. So she's a very good and real doctor. But like I said, some things work, some don't, just like regular medicine. But yeah, you know, because I am into more natural remedies for everything. I do not like drugs. I will not be on drugs unless it is an absolute last resort. Won't do it because I know what all kinds of drugs do to your brain and to your body, and I'm out of that unless I have no other choice. But with her, she's been taking care of me since '94, I believe it is. For anything that comes up, she'll tell me, go get this, go get that, and I run and go get it at a natural food store right next to me, and things helped. They've just helped. But I'm just amazed at how I felt this morning, even though I didn't get a solid night's sleep. I did go back to sleep. I did go back to sleep after I woke up. I got up, went to the bathroom, which I didn't. Thank God I don't need to do that yet. I don't need to be getting up to go to the bathroom. But when I'm up, I'm like, what the heck, might as well, you know, so I do. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, this was an eye-opener like I've never had before concerning my age. It just really was, and I don't know, maybe it was like a little sign from wherever that said, you're not being real careful with what you're doing, you need to be more careful. Like my son Nathan, he bought me a step stool to use instead of just climbing on a chair. And I've gotten lazy, and instead of pulling the step stool out and opening it and using it, I just pull a chair. Well, we all know that's not the greatest thing to do. So maybe it was just like something said, I don't like the way you're running things and you're not being careful. I'm going to show you something. I don't know. But, oh, and then yesterday, I was so upset. I had a gardener that was supposed to come out, and my son's girlfriend, Becca, and my little granddaughter, Eliette, came and stayed with me so I wouldn't be alone when these guys showed up. Well, they never showed up. And so I finally called them. They said, we'll be there between 5 and 6. Well, 6 o'clock came, I called. Well, the guy that answered said, oh, he'll be there. He's real close. He'll be right there. 45 minutes later, he still hadn't showed up. So I called and canceled. I thought, no, thank you. You're not a professional business. So I got to find somebody else. I think I have somebody to come and take care of. You got to see the weeds today after the rainfall we had last night. We had a downpour while she was here. It was really nice to have a downpour and a rainy, stormy thing happen while somebody was here. It was nice. But yeah, so the weeds today are happy and big. And it's going to be a job when it gets done. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm so grateful for all the support you've given me, and like even now, talking as long as I have, when your body is worn out, everything wears it out. When I was talking to my friend Sue, she's kind of in the same way of, oh my God, you know. But yeah, I can't believe how much better I feel, and I'm on the mend. And thank you for all your prayers, well wishes, good vibes, whatever you sent my way. Thank you. I believe it helps. And please keep it up for my sister Gloria. Tomorrow she goes in to find out what's wrong with her heart. That's got me a little anxiety up here, trying to bring that down. So I'm going to start watching videos today of things to keep you calm and help you cope with anxiety. Because I am very anxious and nervous about what they're going to tell her tomorrow. So please send your prayers and thoughts and well wishes, whatever you believe in, to her continuously. So anyway, guys, time's running out. I hate that my camera runs out at 18 minutes and seconds, but I cannot afford a new camera, so this has to do. So anyway, guys, take care, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support and all your advice and suggestions. I do appreciate it. You've been wonderful. So I will see you in my next video. I'm going to still take it easy right now. So see you guys. Come on, Pit Lily. Come on. Let's see if I can make it before the camera cuts off. Come on. Say goodbye, baby. My babies have been keeping me comfortable like crazy. Mwah. Say bye. Say bye. Okay, bye. See you guys. Have a good one. Move, baby.